just because, you know, I know it's just drops in a bucket or whatever, Periscope. The title is referring to this girl in Italy that I've been corresponding with for quite deeply for quite some time. And she wanted to Periscope, say hi on Periscope before she went to work, and I think I might have missed that window.
But switching from subsonic to supersonic isn't easy.
The world is a terrible place. Et puis je fume. Right, mon doudou?
Has to overcome the infamous sound barrier, and that could be a
So I
problem.
figured I would hang out here for a minute and watch Hank Green explain things about air travel.
It's been less than a week since since the morning that you woke up and that you were distraught of the Brussels attacks. It's been less than a week.
Areas of lower and higher pressure, but as the plane gets faster, it starts to catch up.
Again, if you're watching these
New
videos
sound waves start to
no
form
idea why
on
you're
top of those old sound
There
waves,
you
causing
are.
huge
Hey, good morning.
swings between higher and lower
Let me
pressure.
turn
And
Hank
those differences in
Green
pressure can
off.
rattle.
Okay. So you're heading off to work, is that... Good morning. Good morning, all the way in Italy. Hello and good morning. I'm coming off of a stupid show. It was a stupid show. The show was fun. We did a good thing, but...
Less than a week. And now something has happened in Lahore. Because the world is a terrible, terrible place. I know that you get distraught over that as well as I do. I do as well. It's early. And it's Easter. Happy Easter. Buona. I want to say bueno because Spanish is the language that I know other than English, but...
See how close I can get the hollow deadness of my eyes to the camera, okay? You want to do that? That's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to go downtown and busk. Good morning, all the way in Italy. Hello and good morning. I'm coming off of a stupid show. It was a stupid show. The show was fun. We did a good thing, but it's very good to... it's good to communicate with you. It's always good to communicate with you. You're a very sweet woman. You're half the reason I'm convinced that my ex-wife did actually follow through on the murder threats. Because there's no way that this is real life. What I'm doing right now? No way. You see what I'm doing. You see all the videos. All the videos. You've watched a lot. You watch almost as much as Dale Jackson has watched of me, and I appreciate that. You've been really consuming my media.
Buona Pasqua, Eloisa. I know you are visiting with your parents today, which is wonderful. That is lovely. It was good to have parents. Parents are nice. It's not always good to have parents. I know that some people who may watch this know that. I mean, you know, it's good to connect with them regardless of what role they have played in your life, whether it was positive or negative. You know. Oh, Eloisa.
She was hot. She was. But I only know her from the Just Say No thing. And I kind of think that whereas we also get to say no to like crack and meth and, you know, that horrible killer weed.
Yeah.
I think maybe what she meant was that Ronnie had a little bit of the starting of Alzheimer's, was getting the holes wrong. And so you should just say no to erectile dysfunction pills.
I love you.
Oh.
I'll never pronounce his name right, but I love
Maybe
him.
that's just me.
He's a beautiful man. Like that DJ, like that talk show DJ. You've been seeing that stuff. I'm quite fond of you. Lord, you know I've been pretty clear. Like, I'm not joking about pretty much anything in my, art. Quote-unquote art. What is art? The media that I produce, I don't joke. Honesty is my thing. Now, the thing that I did tonight, I leaned into that Andy Kaufman-ish area of, what is real and what is not, and I did that on purpose. I wanted to make it an Andy Kaufman style thing. For real. Being real seems to be what people appreciate from media. At this point in the evolution of media, I'm a media baby. I've been watching how media evolves. What people want now is honesty. And I lost everything. I got nothing to lose. So why not be honest about everything? Who am I worried about upsetting? What, my last living relative who hasn't spoken to me in over a year? Because she broke up with me in a letter on my birthday? That's a whole story. I'll tell you sometime. Oh. You're getting ready to go to work, though. How much time do you have? I mean, were you rushing out the door? I mean, because I saw you tweet. Yes. As a matter of fact. Where? Oh, come on. I thought I made some. I mean, it's not, okay, it's payday soon. And I'll have then real cigarettes. What brand of cigarettes do you smoke? You're in Italy. I don't know what brands there are. There. Okay. Okay, wow. It always comes back to this, doesn't it? But, the troubled relationship that I spent almost a decade of my life on. She smoked Camels. I was a Marlboro guy. And the immersion, the control that she had over me, eventually I started smoking Camels because we had to share them because I had to cut down. It was always, that was her focus on controlling me, is like, well, let's make sure we count your cigarettes. That was a part of the deal. Oh, you're drinking tea, I'm drinking coffee. I'm about to roll a cigarette so that I can join you with the cigarette. And Louise, this is lovely. I've been wanting to do this for a minute. I tried to have it happen the other day and we just couldn't coordinate our schedules. But now I'm realizing that when it's midnight here, it's like early morning, get ready to go time for you. So, that's what relationships are about, I know, it's a digital one. Oh no, I'm sorry. But the tea's got caffeine in it, and that should help. I know you and I are both in the same situation of hypersensitivity. And it's how we regulate, as we use caffeine and any other thing that affects the body to make sure that we're feeling alright and we can handle our business, And we do handle our business, do we not? I don't even know what you do. I mean, you know what I do. I mess around on social media most of the time, and then I actually do serious work on social media the rest of the time.
I was thinking about the morning of the Brussels attack, and I was thinking about what kind of moment it was for me. Because I know you know what moment it was for you. I wanted to explain, because you said to me the other day, Eloisa, that you watched all of the videos on the YouTube channel that existed when I was married. And thank you for attending my wedding, by the way. It was in the Virgin Islands. It was a lovely wedding. Wedding interrupted by drowning. You can find it on YouTube. Somebody drowned. It was like 20 seconds into the ceremony. Somebody's like, lifeguard! It was the whole thing. It was, maybe I should have seen it as a sign, but no. We walk the paths that we walk. Some of us just walk a little more than others because their ex keeps the car. It's okay. Both cars, really, actually. We're not going into that. It's about you and me, Eloisa. The point is, the Brussels attack was a thing that it reminded me of a moment. And don't get ahead of yourself, hon, okay? I'm not proposing, but I'm saying that on the third date, I haven't even met you, Eloisa. Don't get ahead of yourself. On the third date with the woman that I married, to which I am now divorced, which is a whole mess, and you know that story, but The woman that I married, on our third date, I took her to the Mutter Museum in Philadelphia. It's a beautiful museum. It's very disturbing. It's a medical museum. It has a lot of interesting things in it. I believe you would love it, Eloisa. It's in Philadelphia. Yes, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is a state in America. The Mutter Museum is a wonderful place. We visited there on our third date, and she passed out on our third date. And it was when she passed out that at that moment that I was like, oh my goodness, I felt such loss, you know. It was like, I hardly know this woman, but I can't imagine losing her. And that was the feeling that I had when she passed out on our third date. And I decided at that moment, you know, I have to keep her in my life. And I did, for like 9.5 years. And it ended. Oh, it did. I am here, stuck in Huntsville. You know that. On the morning of the Brussels attack, when you were distraught, and I was comforting you, I felt a very similar feeling that if I was to lose Eloisa for whatever reason, it would just be so heart-wrenching. And it made me realize the depth to which I love you. It was a very similar moment. Like I said, don't get ahead of yourself. I'm not proposing. We haven't even met. Finally, I've got somebody heading to Italy to meet you so that maybe we could join each other in a cafe or something, but and we've talked about that, and that's great. I love it. You're going to love Michelle. She is wonderful. She's writing a book. It may be written by the... No, it's not. No, we've talked time frames. Forget about the book. We'll promote it when it's out. You will love Michelle. She is one of us, Eloisa. And that's going to be a delightful date. I just wanted you to know how I was feeling, because that seems to be the nature of every one of our communications for the last several months. Oh, but now we're filming it, so... Because life is weird. Like you said, the morning of the Brussels attack, life is weird. Let's just keep living it. Buona Pasqua, mon doudou. I love you, Eloisa. Play some pachinko. I play pachisi. And St. Anne is still making it breezy in the Valley of Tar, that once was L.A. Hey, hey. My best friend, he's the king of karaoke. He struck up a chord and took it away. Eloisa, I just want to point out that in that serenade video, you see those shoes there? Oh, I'm pointing at the screen. You see those shoes? They were there in the video. But, do you see, you don't see those shoes. Let me show you. Let me move my bike so nobody gets upset. And let me show that. Okay, so in the serenade video, originally, I framed it because those shoes there, those shoes I wanted to be in frame. And since I shot that video, there's new shoes. Let me find them. They're clearly bowling shoes. Exciting developments in 5 Points in Huntsville, Alabama. Shoes on the wires. We're a real city now, guys.